If you have just installed a fresh copy of Fedora 44 and don't know what to do next, this video will show you the essential things you should do after installation. In this video, I will show you 10 things you must do after installing Fedora 44. Now, these include customizing user interface, installing useful applications, fonts and packages, improving performance, and enhancing the overall desktop experience. You can follow these steps on almost any future versions of Fedora. Now, that being said, let's get started. The first thing to do after installing Fedora 44 is to update your system. But before that, let's optimize the DNF configuration. Just go ahead and open terminal and run this command, then add these lines to improve DNF package download speeds. Once it's done, run the update command to upgrade your system and restart your computer. It's always recommended to enable third-party repositories. Just go ahead and open the Software Center, and if you see a pop-up asking to add third-party repositories, just go ahead and enable them. If not, click this hamburger icon and go to Software Repositories and enable Fedora's third-party repositories manually. Additionally, you should enable RPM Fusion repositories for Fedora via the command line. Just go ahead and run these commands one by one. And also install multimedia codecs for smooth video playback by running these commands. If you have a discrete GPU such as NVIDIA or AMD, it's recommended to install the proper GPU drivers for better performance in graphics-intensive applications. Fedora RPM Fusion provides a simple command to find and install the required drivers. Then go ahead and open terminal and run this command to auto-install the relevant driver for your hardware. And lastly, install this command to add support for CUDA. Once it's installed, restart your computer. If you want to use hardware-accelerated playback, just go ahead and open your browser and visit this page and install the driver relevant to your GPU. For now, I chose to install NVIDIA proprietary ones. Fedora 44 comes with Tixis as the default terminal. Now let's customize it with Starship to make it look more modern and visually appealing. First, visit the Starship website and install a nerd font. I recommend using the Opencode nerd font. After downloading it, extract the zip file and open your preferred font variant and install it. In my case, I'm using the bold variant. Once installed, open terminal and change the font to Opencode. Since Fedora uses Bash by default, we also need to enable Starship in the Bash configuration. Just go ahead and copy this line and open Bash RC file using nano. Then scroll to the bottom and paste it there. Then save the file. Then go ahead and reopen the terminal or reload the configuration using this command. Now you will notice a much cleaner shell prompt. To customize it even further, go to Starship presets, then select your theme and run the relevant command. And there you go, your terminal now looks more modern and polished. Installing essential packages, applications, and fonts can greatly improve your Fedora experience. Just go ahead and run this command to install some useful tools and development packages. Next, install some useful GUI applications to improve your workflow. Using the App Store, you can install apps like OBS Studio, VS Code, GIMP, Gparted, VLC, Fresh Text Editor, and much more. And lastly, run this command to install some essential open source fonts. GNOME Tweaks and Extension Manager allows you to customize and control the GNOME desktop environment. Install them by running these commands. Once installed, open Tweaks application to customize the interface. For example, you can enable or disable the maximize and minimize window buttons. You can also enable center new windows. This way, applications open in the center of the screen. Now, using the Extension Manager, you can install GNOME extensions to enhance your desktop experience. I recommend installing these extensions for a more modern and futuristic setup. It's time to add blur effects system-wide. Go ahead and open Blur My Shell extension settings and enable these options. And as you can see, it makes the desktop and applications look much more polished and visually appealing. If you're using a laptop, go to Mouse and Touchpad settings. Here, you can adjust the pointer speed, enable tap to click, and change the scrolling method or direction. Then under the Appearance section, you can switch between light and dark mode and choose your preferred accent color. If your text appears very small on your display, go to Accessibility settings and enable large text. You can also increase the cursor size from the same menu. For even better readability, open Display Settings and set the scaling value to 125%. Next, let's go ahead and install KDE Connect. It lets your Android or iPhone and Fedora desktop work together seamlessly over the same Wi-Fi network. With KDE Connect, you can share files wirelessly, sync clipboard, and much more. Now go ahead and install the KDE Connect application on your Android or iPhone and open the application on both devices and pair them together. Once connected, you can instantly start sharing files between your phone and Fedora system. Linux offers many backup tools, but Pika Backup is one of the easiest to use. Now simply connect your USB drive and create a local or remote backups with just a few clicks. Then enable encryption for extra security and add the folders you want to backup. Pika Backup is designed to protect your personal files, but it doesn't support full system recovery. You can also store backups on both local drives and cloud services. And lastly, install Timeshift by running this command. It allows you to create system snapshots of your root and home directories. If something goes wrong in the future, you can restore the snapshot and recover your system without reinstalling Fedora. It's time to install Opencode for personal AI assistance on Fedora. It's a free AI agent that can help automate tasks and troubleshoot your system. Now go ahead and run this command to install Opencode. Once it's complete, launch it and choose the free AI model. Opencode is a powerful tool that can help manage your system using simple prompts. For example, if a package is causing issues, you can ask Opencode to remove it. And it will handle the process for you automatically. If you want to run private AI models locally on Fedora without an internet connection, you can use LM Studio. Now simply download the LM Studio app image and install it. Then browse and download a model such as Llama 4 and load it into the application. LM Studio provides a chat interface where you can ask questions, analyze images, and even use local AI coding assistance with VS Code. I also made a dedicated video on coding with Llama 4 in VS Code. Now please check the link in the description down below. Keyboard shortcuts can greatly improve your workflow and speed up everyday tasks. Fedora lets you create custom shortcuts for specific actions. To do so, open Settings, Keyboard and Keyboard Shortcuts. Now from here, you can assign shortcuts for different actions. For example, you can set a shortcut to instantly open the home directory. If you're using Fedora on a laptop and want full CPU control and maximum performance, you can install Auto CPU Frequency. This is recommended only for systems with powerful CPUs. Before installing it, make sure to uninstall TLP to avoid conflicts. After installation, enable the Auto CPU Frequency daemon service and choose a CPU profile. The default one offers balanced performance. For the performance mode squeezes your system for maximum power. And that's pretty much it. These are the recommended top 10 things you must do after installing Fedora 44. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Royal. I will see you in the next one.